My next outing was to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. And so to Silverstone. The beautiful Lancia Ferraris were back, eager to avenge their earlier defeats. After winning for Van Wall in May, Moss was back with the Maserati team. Their new six-cylinder 250F machines were entered for Moss, Berra and Cesare Perdisa. World champion Fangio was in car number 1, but the British were hoping teammate Collins could repeat what Moss had done in 1955 and win at his home Grand Prix. In fact, Peter Collins was on a hat-trick, having just won the Belgian and the French Grand Prix in succession. Laughing and joking as always, Harry Schell had put his Van Wall on the second row of the grid. The sports car driver Desmond Titterington had been co-opted into the financially stretched Connaught camp, and his teammate, the one-handed Archie Scott Brown. Van Wall, having lost Moss, had imported the semi-retired Froilán González from Argentina. Brooks was on the third row, but his BRM partner, Mike Hawthorne, was up on the front row. There was a last-minute plug change for the French champion Maurice Trintignant in the third Van Wall, and last-minute adjustments for Manzon's Gordini. I compared cockpits, Collins's Ferrari, with Hawthorne's BRM. Hawthorne got a blazing start from the flag to take the lead with teammate Tony Brooks shooting through from the third row to join him. Poor González, his long journey wasted, sheared a drive shaft and was out after only 10 yards. The crowd were tremendously excited as Hawthorne's and Brooks came round to start the second lap, way ahead of the rest of the field, which were Fangio, Schell, Salvadori, Collins, Castellotti and Moss. Lap 3, and the 85,000 capacity crowd continued to cheer the two BRMs. Fangio was still third, ahead of Schell's Van Wall. Moss was glued to Collins, and by lap 11, Moss was up to third and passed Brooks under braking for Copse. Fangio had surprisingly had a spin and was recovering down in sixth. It was a tremendous sight to see that after 10 laps, British drivers were in the first 5 places of the British Grand Prix, Hawthorne leading Brooks, Moss, Salvadori and Collins. Then sadly, it all went wrong for BRM. Hawthorne slowed with an oil leak, and Brooks suffered a stuck-open throttle, spinning and indeed rolling at Abbey Curve. Brooks was thrown clear, but the BRM burnt out. Moss now led by just 7 seconds from the world champion in Ferrari number 1. Cesare Perdisa in the third works Maserati was outside the top 10. And then Fangio came through in the lead as Moss had slowed with a broken gearbox. The crowd were with him, but Moss couldn't be expected to win everything. He's already won 8 major races in 1956, including the Monaco Grand Prix. Peter Collins, whose own original car had overheated, had now taken over De Portago's and was lying second. As Moss pushed his car to safety, and with 4 laps to go, Ferraris were first and second. Berra was third for Maserati, and Jack Fairman had arisen to a brilliant fourth for Connaught. So Fangio took the flag and the applause as he won his first ever British Grand Prix.